gosh.
You can tell it's Thursday.
That is amazing. What a welcome.
2016. Fred Savage is back today, guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
How was your night?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I had a fantastic, amazing night last night.
Tell me.
I made my Broadway debut last night. There is a show that's playing at the Lyceum Theater called Oh Hello.
Oh Hello.
Oh Hello, starring Gil Faizon and George St. Geegland, who are two characters that comedians Nick Kroll and John Mulaney play.
Okay.
And they play these two kind of old guys that live up on the Upper West Side who've written a terrible play for themselves.
Okay.
And it's based on these characters that Nick Kroll, they both played on his Comedy Central sketch show called The Kroll Show.
Right.
And so they invite people on stage and they prank them, and they have a prank show called Too Much Tuna. And what happens is you go on stage and they just bring you a big tuna sandwich. And they say, oh, isn't that ridiculous? Look at all that tuna. And that's the joke. So they called me and they're like, Fred, would you want to come get pranked for Too Much Tuna? I'm like, absolutely. And they call you up in the audience. I go on stage. I was on stage for maybe 3 minutes, but I was on Broadway, damn it, and it counts. It counts. It counts.
So, okay, so do you have to join Actors Equity now? Are you up for a Tony? How does it work?
I mean, I'm going to submit.
Yeah, submit,
you know, of course,
obviously.
why not?
Did you have lines?
You know, I just kind of made up my own. No, they didn't say talk or not talk, so I talked. But, yeah, the union implications, not quite sure about that. I'm going to look into that. Especially now.
Yeah.
And then I walked out, and I was feeling so great, and I was able to FaceTime my kids because my phone arrived. And so and I'm one of those people, I would always wonder, like, who are those people just talking out loud, walking down the street? That was me last night.
That was you.
Just fully conversation.
Did you show them the lights of Broadway?
Oh, I showed them all around. We walked through Times Square, put them to bed, and then I checked my phone, and the Mets game was tied. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in New York, Mets game, 1-game playoff. I gotta go see it in a bar with like New Yorkers. Oh. Walk into a bar owned by all New York Fire Department, all the New York firemen.
Yeah.
Filled with firemen and cops.
Best
and we
place to see it.
The best place. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for the beloved Mets.
No,
but it was fantastic. True. But that didn't keep the cops, even though it was a work night, when a room full of cops say, Fred, can we buy you a drink? You have a drink.
Yeah.
With the cops.
You have a drink on a work night. Yeah.
So it was a fantastic night. Fantastic
I know you're new to New York, but next time you buy them the drink. Just because.
I offered. And they said, then they kept wanting to buy me more and more. And I didn't want to be rude. I said, I got to get up in the morning. I'm got to be with Kelly.
Okay.
And they were like, oh, they went on and on about Kelly. Oh my God. Tell her we said hello. She's fantastic. Like, that got me out.
This is what
I'd still be there.
What I was going to say is that's when you call me and I tag team you.
And you come
in. Yeah, I go in.
You would have drank more whiskey than me with these guys, for sure.
Obviously.
But yes, a night with New York's finest was terrific. Now, great capper.
Listen, you were showing me something backstage that we talked a little bit about your love of mustard yesterday.
Sure.
And you were showing me that you had your very own, like somebody handed you right
backstage.
Yeah.
Just a little pack of spicy brown mustard.
Right.
That's all you need to spice up anything.
Remember how I told you about my friend Christian Habel, who introduced me to the best German mustard? He's German, and I said that the jar has a deer on it. So he sent me an email and he said, I love my new title, but as the king of mustard, I think I need to correct you. In Germany, we call this animal a lion or lowen. People from New Jersey may call it a deer. It's not a deer, it is a lion, and here's the mustard.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was found, he gave me like the history of this mustard. It was founded in 1903 in Metz, then part of the German Empire due to the outcome of the Franco-Prussian War. Christian knows everything, just so you know. Like, I have a friend who knows everything. In 1920, the company was relocated to Dusseldorf. Anyway, so... and
can I keep that?
This is for you.
Fantastic.
And, look, better still, I got you pretzels to dunk.
Yes. I love a snack.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Thank you, Christian.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you, Christian Habel. Very nice.
Dusseldorf.
Yeah, so isn't it good?
Fantastic.
Yeah. My kids eat it with everything now. They put, and they were never, they're not like.
Have you tried? Would you like to enjoy some mustard?
I've had it many times, but I will have some more. But isn't that funny that I thought it was a deer and it's really a lion? So that shows you that my observation skills are crap.
How was your night? How was your night? What did you do? Did you drink with cops?
No.
I'm gonna vamp. So.
I went out to a restaurant with a couple of friends of mine. They took me out for my birthday because my birthday was over the weekend. So they took me out. We didn't get to see each other.
Does your birthday stretch? Like, do you have pre-birthday celebrations and then birthday and then, like, I try to stretch it as long as I can.
I tried to ignore my birthday entirely, but we always start here with a Fudgy the Whale cake, and then when you celebrate your birthday on TV, your birthday stretches out because people who have completely forgotten about you remember you all of a sudden, and then they also start celebrating your birthday. So it has stretched. I'm sorry that I'm eating with my mouth full, guys. I'm so rude.
I'm gonna keep going. It's delicious.
Listen. We should talk about this really quickly.
Yeah.
Very serious story. You know, this hurricane is growing, and they're calling it Monster Matthew. Look at this picture that they had in the newspapers today. That is eye of the storm on satellite there, and the swirling gives it a really scary, spooky look there. I do believe that they added the teeth. I don't believe that's part of the hurricane. But we do have a reporter from Hollywood Beach, Florida, from WPLG. His name is Michael Seiden, and he is doing our hurricane coverage this morning. Good morning, Michael. How are you? Michael, can you hear us? That's how bad this storm is.
Hey, good morning, Kelly. Yes, right now, Hurricane Matthew is approaching South Florida. We are on Hollywood Beach right now, and we're starting to really get that rain and the wind. And last check, we have seen gusts of wind as much as 20 miles per hour. But I want to show you the beach right now. Usually you'd have people out here enjoying the sunshine, but it is practically a ghost town out here. You can see the waves really picking up. And as we pan around, I want to show you the boardwalk. Despite all this rain and wind, there's still people out here getting their morning jogs in, their bike rides. But as you can see, there are a number of businesses along the boardwalk. They've already boarded them up, so it's closed, but still not stopping families from coming out here. This guy's even throwing the Frisbee around. So quite the scene out here, and we are expecting the conditions to get even worse, 40-mile-per-hour winds later this afternoon.
So what is the expected path? Are there going to be any evacuations up and down the coast of Florida, or are you just focusing on the East Coast?
You need little kids?
Sure, Kelly, there are a number of mandatory evacuations that are underway. Right now, though, we are in Broward County, but just north of us in Palm Beach County, there is a mandatory evacuation. But in this county right now, they are asking people who live in mobile homes and other homes like that to evacuate and obviously find shelter. But it's interesting, looking at the path of this storm, we're expected, the closest approach is supposed to be around 8 o'clock tonight, and then that storm could impact the Carolinas by Saturday night. But here's where things get tricky. When you look at the models, there is a chance that this storm could actually reverse, and Florida could get hit with round 2 sometime early next week.
So that's crazy. You're really expecting the storm to loop around because of the trajectory of the storm, to loop around and just come back to Florida all over again?
And let's just have a quick snack while that gets, you know, translated.
Yes.
That's what the early models are looking like right now. I've been in close touch with our meteorologists, and that's what's crazy about this storm. You can imagine people have been on edge for the last 48 hours here. The grocery stores have been packed. Gas stations running out of gas as people are scrambling to prepare to protect themselves and their family. So not only are we going to be impacted now, but there's a chance, according to those models, that early next week we could get hit again.
Well, be very careful, and thank you so much, Michael. That's Michael Seiden, everybody from WPLG, right there in Florida, Hollywood, Florida.
Do you know, they're saying everyone go. Do you know who's going to Florida? Michael Gelman. He's leaving. leaving, there was a photo of one side of the highway packed, you know, of everyone going. And there's just going to be Gelman in his Uber, just one car on the other side. Why change your plans?
He's got to protect his parents.
If the airport's open, I'm going to go down. If it's not open, obviously I will. I think it's going to pass through tonight, later tonight.
It's that Gelman logic. If the airport's open, I'm going to go. If it's not, I'm going to stay.
I feel like maybe just, I don't know.
Good for you, Gelman.
It'll be passed.
Yeah, because if you drive down, by the time you get there, you're going to have to turn around and come right
Do you
home.
have a is it a vacation plan? Are you going on vacation?
Yeah, I was going to go for the weekend.
And no hurricane's going to stop you from enjoying
It may stop me.
vacation.
No, it may stop.
He's got a tennis game planned. He can't miss that.
Boy, you're a real cowboy, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, he's wild for sure. Hey, on another note, you ever notice that all weathermen are handsome? What is that about? It's really nuts. He's out there blowing in the wind, rain pelting him in his rain slicker, and I go, still good looking. Weird.
See, all I noticed was that Ben and Jerry's right next to him. Did anyone notice that?
I noticed that too.
I want everyone to be safe, but maybe get a little ice cream. Is it open? You know, when does that Ben and Jerry's open?
I like the dad walking his two small daughters on the beach.
That hurt the story a little bit.
Yeah.
The danger, you know, was the guy with the frisbee and his two little girls.
Yeah.
But that, honestly, don't make light. It could change at any second, and if you're there, please be safe.
And the poor people of the Caribbean and Haiti, and there's a lot of suffering and destruction there. So we are not making light. I'm just making a note detail that
that he's handsome.
That he is handsome.
And ice cream is available
and
at Hollywood Beach. Can I tell you, I did one thing. I'm going on a beach vacation for Thanksgiving.
You are?
And just to give you a window into where I'm at in my life right now,
yeah.
I made an appointment yesterday to get my back waxed.
Nice.
Because that's now how I prepare for beach vacations.
Don't ever do that. We would do that for you here.
That's what I said. You could have told us yesterday.
Fred,
I'm just really coming to terms with it. I'm not ready to share it with you as an experience yet.
Fred, we don't really care about your comfort.
Sure.
This is more about entertainment.
Yes.
Come on now.
Yes. I mean, it's one part kind of vanity, obviously, but then it's another part just kind of public service.
How hairy
you know?
are you? Can I ask?
It's not hairy enough that it's like, oh, that's cool. It's like a 15-year-old boy's chin. It's just like patches and wisps of hair that go in different. It's really not. It's really unattractive. It's really unattractive.
Can I see? Will you take your shirt off and I'll like give it like a. Look at the man in the audience. He's like, don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah, right? Maybe. I feel like I'm gonna.
Excuse me, sir. Stay out of this.
No. You seem like you know a thing or two about a thing or two, and I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go with you.
Ma'am, are you his wife? Control him, please, for heaven's sake.
But I mean, am I the only person, guys? Is anyone else on that train? Oh, no, just me. Wow. All right. I did not. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
No, I know a lot of men that do all sorts of crazy things. Like you could also nair your back. Did you know that?
No.
You could.
Is that better? I feel like that's would really hurt.
Nair?
Yeah.
No, it just smells like farts, but it's really like very easy. It's very, very easy.
I just feel like if I had any more, any less, it would be good.
You could do laser.
All right. Well, just give me a list of things to do, and I'll try. I'll try them.
Well, listen. If you want to try them, I suggest you try them here for free. Yeah. And.
Do you see me looking at news items? What else can I be talking about? What else? Giants. Oh, hello. Ben Affleck is here.
No.
Okay. That switches it. I'm real excited about that one.
Wait, hang on. I want to talk about the back wax.
Okay, all right, sure.
No, I'm just kidding. I waxed Gelman once, and I never got over it, so I'm dying to wax somebody else.
Where?
On his leg.
Just a little piece of leg.
Just a little piece of leg.
And the hair never grew back. I rest my case.
About a year.
So once I wax you, you stay waxed.
All right.
Okay?
This is not a twice-a-year situation. You go a winter trip and a summer trip.
How are you going away for Thanksgiving? How did that happen?
Because we like spending the holidays at home. You know, when my parents are there, I'm with my, my brother and sister, and we like being at home and kind of hunkering down. And that's the week we take a trip, is over Thanksgiving.
So you escape all of that hard feelings and blame and family arguments.
We do.
Pass the hard feelings and blame, please. Yeah. Can you please pass it?
Well, we're very lucky. We have our family is all in LA. My wife her brothers are in Chicago, but her mom and my mom and brother and sister are all in LA, so we see them a lot. So it's not like that's our one chance to see family.
Right.
But it is like one of our few chances to get away together, so we kind of take advantage of that.
That sounds incredible.
Yeah. Did I mention Ben Affleck is here?
Yeah. Hey, and Michonne from the series The Walking Dead, Danai, Gurira is here.
She's so badass.
That show scares me. I have nightmares when I watch it.
Yeah,
I
but
really
she
have
is
nightmares.
so just awesome with her sword.
Yeah, she's a cool chick.
Pretty cool.
Have you met her before?
No, I'm very excited.
You're gonna love her.
Yeah.
You're gonna love her. Yeah. Okay, it's time for. Oh wait, you better cover your German mustard.
Yeah.
The confetti.
Got a lot of things to cover.
We don't want a confetti incident.
I don't want that to go anywhere.
Okay.
We have someone watching this mustard.
No, that's your mustard.
Yeah.
That is yours to take.
All right, good.
Okay, it's time for Takeoff Travel Trivia.
You rock. You really rock.
That's Haley Smith all the way from Salt Lake City, Utah. That's who rocks. You look familiar to me. Have you been here before?
We are friends. You just don't know it yet.
Okay. I've been around so long, I've seen everybody.
You've seen everybody. You've seen all the people. You've seen them all.
I've seen all the people.
All right, today on the phone we have Marsha Kramer from Brainerd, Minnesota. Minnesota!
Are you from Minnesota?
Yes, I am.
Oh my gosh. Guess what? There's so many people from the audience, so many people in our audience from Minnesota today.
It's a wonderful state.
Now, Marsha, I understand you had a premonition that this was going to happen. Can you tell us about that?
Well, Kelly last week talked about the zodiac sign being changed. So I just happened to grab my paper that day to read my horoscope. And Fred, by the way, this would have been yours because you're a Cancer, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what it said. Television and travel can be the best tutors. Entertainment is sometimes valued above formal education. So here it is, television and travel. I'm ready for you.
Yes. That's right. Cut school, watch television. I think that's a great substitute. Absolutely.
That's
Listen,
it.
we just told you about the storm.
Yeah.
So you know about that.
Yeah.
That was educational.
Mm-hmm.
We told you about the history of mustard.
Yep.
Yeah, oh, the educational.
I mean, we now know that Fred can only have one drink on a work night.
That's right. That's right. I'm responsible.
Okay? Responsible.
Yeah.
We're gonna, back hair, we learned ways of
You
getting...
can't forget.
Yeah, way too much.
Guys, personal grooming is very important, you know? It's very important.
Listen, Marsha, we're gonna spin the wheel and see what you're playing for, okay?
All right.
This is a great prize, the Veranda Resort and Spa in Antigua, just like your horoscope predicted.
Yay!
7 days and 6 nights, all inclusive. This trip is provided in part by Hotels.com. It's a prize valued at $7,400. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Marsha, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Marsha, on yesterday's show, we talked with Ted Danson.
Yeah.
At what event did I say I met Ted for the first time?
At the Emmys.
Yes!
Congratulations. You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the Veranda Resort and Spa on the beautiful island of Antigua. This all-inclusive Caribbean vacation paradise is nestled on 30 spectacular beachfront acres overlooking a tranquil bay. Enjoy a host of activities, nightly entertainment, fine dining, pampering at spa tranquility, and much more. Your prize is valued at approximately $7,400.
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations, Marsha.
Thank you so much. Oh, my gosh, I'm so excited.
We're excited for you. Now you get to help make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive, God bless you, 8 place settings of American-made fine china from Lenox valued at more than $500. So please pick a number between 1 and 235.
First, I want to send out some prayers to all those that are going through the storm right now. But the number is 119.
119.
Michonne from The Walking Dead, Danai Gurira. And coming up next, Ben Affleck.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Before we get to that, Elisa Batista from New York City says, regarding back hair, I'm just saying, my husband is really willing, and I'm begging for you to wax his back, please.
It could be me and my wife on a beach. That's amazing. No, it's not like that. It's not like that.
So can we get Alyssa's husband here and we'll wax his back?
We're gonna talk to him.
We're gonna talk to him. I don't know what that means. We're gonna give him like a
He may not want to, but we're going to look into it.
It doesn't matter what he wants.
That feels very non-committal.
Tie him down and...
Alyssa wants it, so we're going to make that happen for you, Alyssa.
Yeah.
Okay, on tomorrow's show, Sarah Paulson will be here.
And from the new film, The Girl on the Train, Laura Prepon.
And a performance by Colby Calais. And Ashton Kutcher will be my co-host. So that's
Big show.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Big show.
He's a two-time Academy Award winner and one of the biggest stars on the planet. Please welcome Ben Affleck. Look at you.
Nice to see you.
Very handsome. I like a three-piece suit.
I am, auditioning.
Are you auditioning?
Yes.
Oh, good. Perfect.
So we'll see how it goes.
You can start tomorrow if you want. So you just, are you currently filming or just completed Justice League in London?
I just finished. I have one more. I have to go back. I'm going to Iceland for a couple of days, but I was in London for 4 months doing the movies.
Did you do anything exciting while you were there?
I did. Well, I brought my kids for a big part of it, and I wanted them to see the sights and do the things and do the tourist things. So I got us a tour guide and went around and saw a bunch of things. And one of the things they say to see is the changing of the guard.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
And I got called the tour guide, and he was like, "Yeah, well, we got it. No, well, tomorrow, 11 o'clock, we're going to do it." And I thought there was some kind of VIP, maybe backstage pass to the changing of the guard.
Yeah.
I thought maybe there was some way you could slide in, right?
Right.
No. It turns out that you just have to go there 2 hours before the guard changes. We still were so far away that we not only did we not see the guard, we didn't even see the gate that was blocking our view of the guard.
Yeah.
And we just sat there sweating with my kids going bananas, taking selfies with 10,000 tourists.
Yeah.
We never saw
That was exciting
a guard.
for them.
Yeah, eventually they were like, "They've changed, you can go home." I was like, "Okay, great."
That's what happens when Big Ben goes to Big Ben. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Ben. Here we go.
All right.
Fire it up. Come on. We loved it. Loved every second.
Amazing.
Any royals? We love royals here.
Well, my son, it rains a lot, it turns out, there in London. And lovely people, a lot of rain. And they have those Gymboree, those indoor play parks or whatever. So I took my son to one of those because he's 5, and so he's 4 rather, he's almost 5, and he kind of wasn't as tuned into the whole history thing, you know what I mean, and didn't want to see as many castles. And so I took him to this Gymboree place, and I get in there, and there's I get this kind of weird, stiff vibe. And there's all these guys in there with suits. And I'm like, well, it's Dad's Day at the Gymboree. Turned out they're security guards, and the kids that were playing in there were the royal kids.
No kidding.
So I can tell my son that he played kickball with the King of England.
Yes, my God.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's cool.
They just played with, were there other kids, or was you guys?
There were other kids. There were some other kids, yeah.
I
was like, suck up to him.
Yeah, right.
Make some friends. I always wonder what that's like going to school and having a play date with your friend, and then going to their house, and it's like Buckingham Palace.
Yeah, and you know that they were like, darling, is that Ben Affleck?
Right. Yeah. Make friends. Go make friends. Go make friends. Go.
Listen, we have to take a commercial break. We're going to find out what it's like directing yourself in a movie. We're back with Ben Affleck, star of The Accountant. Now, you've been working so much. Have you had any time to see, or will you make time to see Tom Brady when doesn't he return this weekend?
The triumphant return of Tom Brady.
And
yes.
that's your
I know
favorite?
you're all very excited.
Yeah.
Now,
a few Patriots fans.
How's that going to work in Iceland? What time?
I don't know what time it's going to be, but I'm going to be awake at 4 in the morning in Iceland in a tent watching the Patriots game.
I have a question. I know you have a lot of thoughts. I saw you on Bill Simmons, and I have a lot of thoughts.
I do. I'm passionate about
What do you think? This is an amazing start with him gone. Is it system? I mean, I know he's one of the greatest ever, but the start was
interesting.
incredible.
It doesn't take. Tom Brady can be the greatest quarterback ever, and Bill Belichick can be the greatest coach ever. They can both.
And together, they're just this powerhouse.
Yeah, they're together. It's the greatest duo in the history of all time.
Yeah.
In the history of all time.
I was going to say sports, but I feel like they transcend sports. No, I'm obviously a homer, but
Yeah.
all right. Keep the car running.
I want to ask you about Live by Night, which just sounds amazing. You acted in it, you directed it, you wrote it, you produced it. How are you able to keep all of those things straight on a set?
I mean, it's strangely like it sort of goes along, and people do their jobs, and the movie will sort of happen, even if you just are standing there. It kind of has its own momentum. Live by Night I'm really excited about it. It'll be out on Christmas, and it's kind of like an homage to. I love the old Warner Brothers gangster movies.
Yeah.
It's big, sort of juicy, epic type thing, and guns and cars and betrayal and the cops and the mob, and it was a lot of fun. It's like a big, like what old blockbusters used to be when they were big, epic, instead of just super. Not that anything against superhero movies.
I think of you, I really think of you as our version of a real, the golden age movie star. I mean, you really are,
nice.
in my opinion, and deservedly so. What is it like to direct yourself? Because you're really good. Do you look in the mirror and say, I'm amazing? So I'm going to do this.
Check myself out, and
I'm going to do this incredible. I'm going to do it incredible.
You did it again.
Yeah.
No, it's sort of the opposite of that. It's like being in a theater performing a play where no one's there. You get no like response. You know what I mean? So what I do is I just do a lot of takes, and I have to. It's a little embarrassing because you are the guy in front of the whole crew. It's like, yeah, we're going to go 12 times on me again.
Right.
Just to make sure you have it all.
Just to make sure that I do a bunch of different varieties, because like a lot of times I'll watch the dailies later and be like, God, that's horrible. What was I thinking? Because
you did it on The Town, which was a phenomenal movie.
Yeah, it's a great film.
The film was great, and you were great in it.
Thank you.
Did you refine that process of acting and directing?
That one I definitely did more. That was the most extreme version. It was the first time I did it. I was really nervous. I just kept shooting myself, on film over and over and over again, and just hoping that one of them was good, and that later on in the dark of the editing room, I'd be able to have the perspective to pick it out. So, but it's like your job. It's like strangely when the camera's on, the director's not talking to you anyway. So you're used to doing that nonetheless.
Yeah. Well, listen, we have to take another commercial break. We want to talk about The Accountant. We're going to find out what you brought from the set of your latest film. When we return, more with Ben Affleck. We're back with Ben Affleck, star of The Accountant. Now, tell us about the film. He's an accountant, but he's a shady accountant?
Well, it's sort of like Jason Bourne meets Good Will Hunting kind of thing.
Right.
Let me explain. Basically, he's a guy who's on the autism spectrum. He has Asperger's syndrome, and he's born to a military father who's like, all of us wants to protect his son and is really freaked out that his son's going to be taken advantage of. And he makes the choice to just drill his kids with military weapons, training their whole lives, and kind of pushes them to fight back against bullies and to sort of toughen up. So this character is, on the one hand, he's autistic. He's got this real gift for math that, many people on the spectrum have special gifts and things they can do. But on the other hand, he's been sort of hardened and toughened by his father bringing him up. So he's a really complicated, sort of three-dimensional character. I can't give too much away about when you find him. He's doing accounting work for, criminals, black, money, arts type stuff. And then as we reveal more and more about whether he's a good guy or a bad guy, there's a lot of twists, a lot of turns. It's very, a lot of surprises.
What's that? Tell me about your prep for the movie, because it was obviously weapons and fighting training, but then your performance as someone with Asperger's was incredible. You had to kind of prepare in a lot of ways.
On the one hand, there was a lot of fight rehearsal and training. There was not a lot of those fights. I wasn't wearing a mask, so it's hard to sneak a stuntman in there. I think Rich looks great doing the fight. what I really cared about was getting the autism aspect of it right. And so we watched a lot of movies, read a lot of books, listened to podcasts, and then met with specialists and teachers, and finally got hooked up with a bunch of guys in my age range who were on the spectrum, and they were really helpful and really self-aware and really funny and really wanted to make the movie great with this autistic protagonist. So that was the best part of the experience for me.
That was one of the most surprising things about the movie was the humor that came from your character, because it's so serious and it's so action-packed and so thrilling and heartbreaking at times with his growing up, but then you were able to, within this character, bring a lot of comedy to it.
Yeah, that's what I really liked. First, when I was researching, I thought like, oh, autism, it's going to be so, gloom and doom, and
Right.
And in fact, I met people with like incredible senses of humor and great worldviews and real self-aware. There's a documentary about 4 guys who have Asperger's who are stand-up comedians. I mean, it was something that I wanted to include in there to show the life and the wit and the spontaneity and of the character.
So we talked about it before we went to commercial break. What is the thing that you bought from the set? Like you purchased something?
Well, in the movie, my character has like this Airstream where he puts everything, the Airstream trailer, everything that he could need in a getaway, so he can always hitch his trailer up, and he's got his money and his passports and his weapons and the whole thing sort of packed up and go. And we got this cool Airstream, and after a while, we were using it, and I thought, like, what are you guys going to do after it with the Airstream? They're kind of like, I don't know, Craigslist, and we'll try. And I was like, well, maybe you could hook me up with the Airstream. And so I got the Airstream. I didn't keep the machine guns and the arsenal, but I got the Airstream, and I use that for my trailer now on movies.
They're really nice, right?
Really big, yeah. They're not
cool.
as like teched out and big as the sort of modern ones, but they're very homey and cool little things. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Should we look at a clip from the film?
Yes.
You guys want to see? Yeah. Okay. So in this scene, Anna Kendrick, who plays Dana, sees the inside of your
I
home
let her in and see a little bit
trailer.
of his sort of base of operations and his secret life. Yeah.
Okay, let's take
my
a look.
trailer. Yeah.
Ben Affleck in The Accountant. It is head to toe perfection.
Oh,
you should teach a class. I'm telling you.
Oh, you're very kind. I actually, I'm getting my butt kicked right now by a trainer who's killing me. So
really?
I don't think I can teach anybody right now. I'm just trying to get through the hour.
Wait, so is it for the role or is it for something else?
Just in general. I just felt I was plateauing. I just wanted some, a little push.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Because your arms are like what my arms want to be when they grow up.
But I feel like you have to think about that on the show, like running from zombies all day. Like it's not a lot of time to snack. You know what I mean? I mean, you have to be like hardcore.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, just in general, too, you just want to feel like, you're alive and, connected to yourself as much as possible. So I just try to, keep fit, but it's hard. This lady's killing me, man.
Really?
She's killing me. I'm like,
you got to give us...
I'm trying to run away. I'm like, I'm going to run out the gym. That's what I'm trying to do.
Is this something that you're, are you, your show, is really scary?
Terrifying.
It terrifies people. Now, does your trainer terrify you? Like, what scares you?
She's so sweet, though. But she's
nice?
killing you, and she's just the sweetest thing. You're like, why can I not breathe?
Yeah.
I can't breathe.
20 more.
I know, that's what she does, and I'm thinking, no, it was 20 ago when I was done. I was done 20 ago.
Yeah, that's so funny, because we around here, we love Halloween, and oftentimes we are characters from your show on our Halloween show. We love it a lot.
I remember that.
So, so my question is, are you afraid of Halloween? Are there certain things that like certain monsters that scare you, or certain movies that scare you? Or are you so desensitized?
Total scaredy cat. I mean, complete. I didn't watch The Walking Dead till I was auditioning for it. I was like, that's a scary show. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. It's scary. I don't even want to see the preview. I won't watch the preview. And they it starts to go dark, and they start to say, in this house. I'm like, out. I'm like,
All right.
Flip.
Do you watch it now? Do you watch it now that you're on it?
The show, yeah. Now I'm part of it.
Right.
I get what's going on, so I'm like chill about it. But before, I was like, I'm not watching that show. That's scary.
We have to take a commercial break, but we're going to find out about the big cliffhanger on The Walking Dead, and we're going to find out if you survive, right? You're going to tell us who lives and who dies.
Right here.
Danai's going to give us all the secrets when we come back. And then what?
I mean, I've never seen hands say so much.
So here's the thing. I'm so trained by this TV show that I was like, and here they come.
I'm shows like that, I'm like, don't be happy, don't get happy, don't get happy. Because the moment you get happy, like something happens.
Right.
So what happens?
Oh, well, that was last season.
Yeah.
They did start to go there.
Right, they started to go there.
Yes. They're like they were together.
So will that continue? Do you live?
Yeah, but at the end of the season, they are still together.
But
I think I'll ask you a question about this season.
This season, would you be alive this
all we
season?
know is, we ended on a pretty, intense note, and we got caught by the saviors, and we didn't realize how massively formidable they are. And Mr. Negan, who we thought we'd done away with, we finally meet, and unfortunately, it's a moment that we don't know what's going to happen next, but it looks like one of us is in deep peril. We don't know which one.
And how does that work as an actor on a show like that? Because the audience would get surprised.
How do you?
Yeah, do you find out when you open the script? Do they talk to the actors? How do they find out?
About what exactly?
About
like if
deaths.
you're living, like do you say, I'm thinking about buying a house? Should I?
And if they're like, nah, rent, then I don't know.
I wouldn't sign that mortgage. I don't know.
I mean, the beauty is it's such a family, and so we are. It's such care taken in terms of the duration of time for you to know, et cetera, et cetera. It's very well done in that regard. It's a really great family.
Well, it premieres Sunday, October 23rd, The Walking Dead at 9 p.m. on AMC. Let's find out if Danai lives. You better live or I'm going to be furious.
That's sure.
We'll be right back. Stick around. If you don't live, I'm not.
If you'd like to know more about anything you see on Live, just log on to our website, livekelly.com.
Hey, everybody, don't forget, we want you to tell us who should be in the top 10 semifinalists in Live's Kelly and You co-host search. You can vote for your favorite until Sunday night by going to livekelly.com or to the Live Facebook page and cast your vote.
And also make sure to share your favorite on social media to get others to vote for your top pick. And be sure to tune in on Tuesday, October 11th, when we will announce your pick for the top 10 semifinalists.
Oh, that's exciting. Hey, we're talking about hurricanes today, hurricanes on the show, and Anna Mae Xavier from Regina, Saskatchewan, had a blizzard apparently. So there you go, they had a blizzard. How about that?
And
already.
I have an email from Diane Evans from Grove City, Ohio, who says, this week Fred has lost his wallet and misplaced his phone, and both times a woman has come to his rescue. I owe everything to my wife. She keeps my head screwed on. I love you, honey.
That's nice.
I would be completely lost.
Jennifer Troutman from Westchester, Pennsylvania says, a great solution for masking back hair is a swim shirt. It also protects your skin from the sun without having to apply sunscreen. It's a win-win.
Got him, Jennifer.
Got him. Okay, that's exciting.
They're going in the bag. Absolutely.
And Amy Sinopoli from Adams, Massachusetts said, I love the conversation about back waxing. I shaved my husband's back. At one time, we thought it would be better I did a wax. He screamed like a baby when I ripped off the first piece, and he said he'd rather have a hairy back than go through the torture. He also commented that women are crazy when they get other places waxed.
I have a new respect. But I can't go there. I think we still have to stay in love a little bit, my wife and I.
Yeah.
And I feel like she can't shave my back. I mean, that's there's got to be some secrets left, right?
Some mystery, yes.
A little bit.
Yes, there has to be mystery. Hey, I want to thank you. You've been so fun.
It's my pleasure. I love being here.
I'll miss you.
Thanks for having me.
Tomorrow's show, Sarah Paulson will be here.
And we're